There you go.
All right, now.
So Collin, Will is obviously playing at a high level right now, higher than we've ever seen him before. What's been the difference these past 2 games versus the previous 2 years?
I think it's a materialization of his work, and time. How he's broken his game down, how he's just attacked the process, and just kind of how he's continued to improve. I mean, it's him out on Friday morning before we leave to go to TCU, getting a 30-minute throwing workout in on his own. And if there's one of those, there's 100, and he's developed true confidence. He's always been an extremely smart player, so it's been so fun to watch him continue to develop, and then obviously be able to perform and do what we've always known he was capable of.
Any chance for a tall shooting tournament quarterback?
No, I think it's going to be about the same as it's been. Both of them have been able to practice this week, and it'll be a game time decision again. And again, credit to both of those guys how they prepare, and I feel and am at complete peace with however it ends up going.
To clarify, you said they've both been able to practice. Has Adrian been a full participant in practice all week?
Yeah, no, he's practiced well and is progressing well.
Collin, when you get 4th and 5 on the opening drive against Oklahoma State, and you get the false start to go 4th and 10, is that you kind of telling Coach Kleiman you want to go for it, or is that him saying we're going to go for it?
Well, we knew we were in that area of the field that there's just there's not any easy answers, and it was we knew we were going to go for it, and knew we were obviously we were out of field goal range, so obviously switched up the call a little bit, but it worked out, and credit Will and Cade making a heck of a play.
Collin, for young quarterbacks, how long does it take to understand the timing of everything going on around them? This guy's coming at me wearing the wrong color jersey. I've got this long to throw it.
Yeah.
He threw Phillip Brooks open. I mean, Phillip was covered basically when he threw the ball.
Yeah.
Does that take a long while?
I think it's different for everyone, but you're right. I mean, it's not as easy as the really good ones make it look, and he made it look easy last week, I think again it's a credit to all those guys. I mean, I think a big tale of last week was how we played up front, because those guys, Will got the ball out of his hand. Guys got open. It was a collective effort, but I mean, they really locked him down up front and gave him time and the ability to push it down the field. And then, our receivers and QBs have really worked hard, in getting on the same page. So it's been fun to capitalize on that work.
How good was your offensive line last week?
Outstanding. Outstanding. I mean, I thought, I think, every unit I think we've improved as the season has gone. Not that it's been perfect at any phase, but just watching how that group has continued to work together, improve, and gel it's been really good.
What was that conversation like with Will and Adrian last week when you're 10 minutes before the game, you still don't know who technically is going to play that for you?
It was a heck of a deal, because it was one of those things that, we wanted those guys, whoever it was going to be, to make sure that they were confident in attack mode and ready to go, and I think the selflessness of both of those guys in that moment was off the chart, and understanding that it's what was best for the team. And with that in both of their mind, Will to Adrian going, hey, he looks at him and, hey, don't be thinking about me in this decision, and it's about whatever the team needs. And Adrian's thinking about the team. And I don't know, it was like I said, it was an amazing deal and a credit to both their character.
Have you felt the running game kind of loosen up for you guys since the passing game's kind of taken some steps forward?
Yeah, I think, I think we're continuing to evolve in some areas, that's given us some pretty good angles and things. So I think it's a little bit of everything, that helps make everything go. I think the biggest thing last week, I think, was able to sustain drives and give ourselves more chances. And we said it was going to be critical, and we needed some fourth downs to get it done at times, but we were able to do it, and then all of a sudden you're able to get in a little bit more of a rhythm. You're able to get some more formations out there early and see how they're lining up, and then kind of be able to take it where we need to go. So it was it's a game of inches. We were able to find them early and kind of get things going.
What does the Texas defense do really well?
You know, talented group, obviously. You know, they have great length across the board. They do a really good job inside of not giving up movement and plugging gaps. You know, their secondary is physical. I mean, they'll get their hands on you and you know, and be physical with you. So it's going to be a physical ball game. You know, at all three levels. You know, they do a good job schematically and know where you're going to try to attack and go at them. So it's going to be a big challenge for us.
Can you gauge Deuce Vaughn's level of understanding of blocking angles, what his responsibilities are in finding those angles, and what the defense is doing on any particular play?
It's off the chart. I mean, he knows. You know, there's one play we ended up throwing it to the tight end quickly, but you know, he's got a fake responsibility and pass protection responsibility, and he knew that interior pressure was coming probably even before the ball was snapped, and being able to get up in there and take that backer head on in the hole was just things like that. He's got great instincts. He studies the game, understands, as you've said, I mean, just leverage and angles, and I mean, he's one of the best football players I've ever been around, you know, top to bottom.
Sorry, you explained the improvement of the offensive line the way they played last week. Can you further elaborate on what improvement you've seen from the wide receivers over the last couple weeks?
You know, I think, you know, it's they've attacked the ball when it's been in the air, you know, and finished plays. You know, even, you know, Phillip and the tight end do a great job of prying him open, and then, you know, but that's a tough catch when you're running, having to turn around and then secure it, going down to the ground with a guy on you. You know, those are big time plays. You know, and finishing catches, finishing plays. They always, you know, bust their butts in the run game and you know, high effort in the, you know, in the blocking stuff. But I think just being on the same page with the QBs and you know, knowing and understanding how to get open and then finish in place. You know, and it's throwing and catching, it's protecting. You know, it's having all three of those phases be in sync.
Gilly is a guy, comes from Plainville, walks on at K-State, now he's a starter. How would you summarize his journey?
Again, he's had to work, and he's earned everything he's received, and it hasn't been by accident. You know, he's a team guy, you know, as so many of our guys are, and you know, has just a tremendous work ethic, you know, and has improved and has made himself and grown into the player that he is now. And again, watching that group, just how they're just so fun to practice with, you know, even every day. I mean, you go out to the practice field and they're always smiling, they're always joking around with each other or us, and it's a great group.
How seamlessly has Gillum transitioned from that role with Noah Johnson last year into this season?
Yeah, I mean, those were big shoes to fill, you know, not just from a playing standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint and a continuity standpoint. And you know, I think he's definitely grown into that as the years gone on and done a fantastic job.
What are your thoughts on playing two quarterbacks if both those guys are healthy?
I mean, not really opposed to it. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that we're still playing well offensively. You know, that's the first goal. Is we gotta, you know, move. You know, we gotta be moving the ball and scoring points. You know, I don't want to, you know, like, you know, I don't want to use 2 for 5 or 10 plays. You know what I mean? In Will's current situation, and do that to him with what we've done and tried to protect for him with his red shirt. But you know, again, at the end of the day, it's the team success that is the most important.
Is health or game plan the number one characteristic that makes the decision
You're saying health or game plan?
between the quarterbacks?
I don't know if it's just one. You know, I think it's going to be, you know, it's probably somewhere in the middle. You know, and we'll take it as it comes.
All right, thanks.